Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome back to another beautiful day on the Finca. The sun's shining, it's nice and warm, as you can tell. Well, we've had a disaster this morning.
We've had a disaster this morning,
an
folks.
utter disaster.
Yeah. We went to look at the olives. You know, we've been saying the water was still a little bit green every day that we've changed it, so we've left it and left it. However, it would appear that we've left it too long because we took one out to try, and some of them have got little blisters on the skin, which when you squeeze, they pop. And then the skin. You're
supposed to change the water 2 or 3 times a day. With all the work we've been doing, we didn't.
No, we started off very well, but then it was sort of once a day.
So it's probably our own fault.
It's probably our own fault.
So we've lost a few, haven't we? We've still got a lot.
We've still got a lot.
Then we're going to stick them in brine today.
Yep.
So we hopefully don't lose any more.
No.
And
but we'll show you in a little while.
Yeah, you can have a look at our disaster.
Exactly what they look like. They're just beyond. There's no point keeping them because they're just going to send all the others bad as well. So
but you live in them. We've never done it before. Not on an industrial scale anyway.
No.
So we're on it.
What are we on today?
The other thing I want to get, remember the flue we put from the fire that runs through the bedroom? Well, we noticed overnight it's got little puffs of smoke coming out of it, very, very occasionally, depending on which way the wind blows. So we're going to seal that up. Basically, we've got some proper sealy stuff, and we're going to seal that up. But again, we'll show you that in a bit. And are you going to get stable, possibly?
I'm going to. My first job is the brine, most definitely, which I won't show you because I showed you the last lot. It's just exactly the same. And then hopefully get onto the stable and just do that bit of creosoting.
Yeah, it's not critical. I mean, the wood's all pressure treated anyway. We've treated all the rest of it, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
And we might not be able to get a video to you every day for the next sort of few days or so because...
Well, I'm going back to the UK at last to see my folks. It's been over a year, so desperate to see them. Sorry, again, I'm so hormonal, please excuse me. Yeah, Mum's 88 in December, Dad's 87, and I'm desperate to see them. So I'm going back for a week, which means Andy's going to be on his own. He's got the dogs to look after, the cats to look after, himself to look after.
Everything else to look after, the garden to look after.
So it might not be possible to get video out every day.
But I'll still fire some out for sure, sure. So anyway, we better
start cracking on. So these are the olives that have survived. Yeah, they're very tender is the word, but they're okay. These, on the other hand, if you can see, they're just mush. What a shame. That one, for example, looks fine, but you squeeze it and the skin just bursts. So they're the ones we've lost. We live and learn. I don't know whether it was the caustic soda, because last year when we did them, we didn't use that, but we thought we'd try it because that's what they use in the industry. Maybe we left it in too long, I don't know. But I'm going to crack on now, make the brine for the ones that have survived, and hope that they'll be okay.
So this is the flue in question. And it was the other night, we just noticed some little, very, very tiny whiffs of smoke coming out. This one actually, on the angle there. So we had a look around, and you can get this stuff, high temperature silicon, up to 300 degrees Celsius, not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, a lot hotter than this ever gets. So I'm going to do all the joints and I'll glue it together and seal it up. It's a filler and a sealer. It's especially designed for flue pipes and fires and stoves and stuff like that. I'm not going to take it all apart. I should be able to ease each joint apart enough to get a good dose in it. Then we'll shove it all back together and then we'll run round kneading it all up. So let's have a go, see what I can do with this. Right, here goes nothing then. Never used this stuff before. No idea, it's supposed to be good. I'm standing on the bed so it's wobbly. All I'm going to do is ease that back a bit. Give it a wipe to make sure it's clean. I might need to get something a bit taller actually. I can reach up there. Mind the white walls, frightening stuff. And I will just give this a squirt round. Make sure the nozzle's pointing the right way. Here it comes. Not too bad. Now I just need to get some on the top. I'll put a big blob up there and then I'll run it around with my finger. Easier said than done. If you whack your finger, it doesn't stick to it. Right. We'll push that back together now. Oh, look at that. Then I'll do the others, and then I'll run round them all at the end. So I'll get on with them. We won't want to bore you to death with it.
Just finished the first lot of brine. Unfortunately I can only do 2 litres at a time because I don't have a big enough pot, so that's just cooling. So I thought I'd just come out and make a start now on the stable. So I'm just going to do these posts so that it all blends in nicely.
Right, okay, it's done. The tragedy is, I hope it stays warm in here because we can't have a fire tonight now. We've got to leave it for, it sets within 2 hours, and then we've got to leave it 24 hours to go properly hard. So that's what we'll have to do. So, but yeah, it's done, it looks alright, I think I've got it all. Yeah, another good job well done, we think. Another issue we have facing us on a constant basis really is water. We desperately need some rain, and we've had less than 200 millimeters this year, about 7.5 inches since January the 1st. It tends to rain in September and April-ish, but we've had nothing worth having for, well, months now, months and months. We're down to our last 2,200 litres. We can always get some delivered. We had the last lot delivered, I think it was the 2nd of August, so it's done us about 7 weeks or so, which is not too bad, but obviously we'd rather collect it and use it ourselves. But both our deposits are empty, this one on the inside and the one on the outside. So I need to start thinking maybe about getting some ordered, and we've got a good week to 10 days worth of it left yet, so we'll do a little rain dance and hope that it does rain for us. But yeah, we desperately need it. And while I've got a bit of time left, I'm going to see if I can get a couple more of these boards in the ceiling. Oh, and he runs out of nails. The 11th hour. Okay.
First lot of brine is cool now, so I've just put that into the bucket, and I'm just going to put some olives in. My second lot is now on the stove. It's a slow process, and I'm flitting between this and the stable. But yeah, hopefully by this evening it'll all be done. I'm going to be really gentle because, as I say, they are already well cooked. Few at a time.
Well, I've actually run out of wood cladding about that much short because the wood was so bad, or what I had allocated for this bit I'd run out of. Fortunately, I bought a couple of extra packs to do the downstairs loo with, so I'm going to have to use them and I can replace those at a later date. So anyway, we carry on.
Nearly there, just got this last bit to do. Second lot of brine is on the stove. Yeah, happy days.
So, my next nightmare is just beginning. The heat shield is going to go in there. I'm going to bring these boards up to the edge of it and then screw it to the boards, which will leave me a nice air gap behind, because apparently that's what you're supposed to do, to get the airflow behind. The problem I've got, this gap here varies all along the wall. It's narrower at that end, it's wider at this end, and it tapers in and out as well. If you remember with the other wall, I chiselled it out to give me enough back to get the boards flat against the wall. I can't do that here because the wall's actually bowed. So I guess I'm just going to have to cut each piece, trim each piece down to fit up to the wall. That'll be fun. So yeah, I'm probably going to look at that tomorrow now because it's getting a bit late to start being technical like that. But yeah, so we're about there, we're getting there, not far off now.
Well, that's another day on the Finca done. It's been a busy day, although we've not really had much to show you guys. The last litre of brine is on the stove now, so those olives will be finished tonight, and then we just need to leave them. It said 3 months, but because these are quite soft already, I think they'll be ready before then.
Hopefully they'll be alright.
Yeah, hopefully, hopefully it'll be alright. We managed to salvage more than we wasted, so that's good.
We are still learning, aren't we?
We are,
Never done this before. Not industrial. We've got our little jars still. They're all right, aren't they?
They're okay.
Never done them on such a big scale before.
No.
But if we hadn't done them, they would have been on the floor anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
nothing lost.
Nothing
anyway.
lost. Stable's finished. It's looking really nice.
Just the guttering to do on that.
Just the guttering to do on that
But
now.
again, there's no panic to say we're desperately short of rain. And we're not forecast any. It doesn't look like we're going to get any at all. So.
Lovely blue sky now, actually.
Typical.
You've done a bit more on the ceiling, which was unexpected today, so that's good.
My nightmare seal is just beginning there. It'll unfold, I'm sure. And we've got the flue pipe sealed up as well, which is good.
Which is important.
But we can't have a fire tonight, so we hope it stays,
hope it stays nice.
Quite warm overnight. I think anything else we've done, I think that's it really.
I think that's it, yes. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going shopping to stock up so that Andy doesn't starve while I'm in the UK.
You don't want to come and cook.
Yeah. And I've got to find some winter clothes because I haven't got any winter clothes, and I think I might need them in the UK. So.
I think you will actually, yeah, I think you will. Good thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's about it really, isn't it? Thank you all for watching. Of course.
Yeah.
Thanks to all the subscribers, thanks to all the new subscribers.
All of you that have supported us, bought us a beer and other things.
Fantastic.
Brilliant, thank you so much.
We couldn't do it without you. We'll probably be back tomorrow. We've got a lot to do with Sharon going away, but we're going to try and do one every day, still carry on. But don't be forewarned and all that. Don't be disappointed if you like us that much, that is. If you can miss us.
You might be quite pleased with the break.
Yeah, you never know, you see. Maybe we're just being a bit, yeah. So, that's us. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow.
See you guys.